All right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour for Friday, March 6th. We got a Woodman in the room with us. He's going to join in on the chat here in a second. Just wanted to everybody know everything's fine. Just had server issues. I actually run a server. Took some time to redo it all, and I'm actually still got a little bit more work to do, but I was able to jump in here. And this will never happen again. I have redundancy backups, but now I actually got cloned hard drives that can just be popped into a bay, and never again. Want to welcome all Patriots here again at the Patriot Hour. We always encourage you to do your own research, come to your own conclusions based off everything. Are you guys hearing everything fine? I don't know if I got all the drivers and everything in. Is the picture good? Is the sound quality? Is it 5 of 5? Want to welcome all Patriots. I see some of the mods and members. I want to welcome Roseanne Barr. I woke up to an email from her official account that she subscribed to the Patriot Hour on YouTube. So she's probably here sometimes with us. So welcome Roseanne Barr. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring Woodman in. You guys haven't seen him in a while. I can't get the social media ticker to work. I don't know what's going on. I can check it again. Brother?
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody on this fine Friday?
Friday. Yes, no, I did it really well. I've also, the reason I mean, I wouldn't even been down that long. I can normally do this whole process. I had it down to a good hour. This time was a little different. There had been some updates and changes that hit, and they just wouldn't let me do it the way I had been doing it. So I just literally had to go back old school and kind of like, use a USB, which isn't really that old school, but do some things. And then I realized that this whole time I got really good solid state hard drives to be able to run this program, by the way. So we're going to get technical here for a minute, folks. So solid state hard drives, they don't spin. They're much like a thumb drive. There's no moving parts. So for years we've dealt with hard drives that spin, and then hard drives that have gotten faster, the faster they can spin. So server grade SAS drives are they're the fastest spinning physical disk for like the computer realm. Most people talk about the 7,500 RPMs or the 10,000 treasurable disk that a lot of people call the 10,000K. They're very expensive, but these are actually some of these other ones for SAS were 15,000. Anyway, I don't use any of that stuff. I have used typical 2.5 inch or 3.25, 3.5 inch. But I am now on SSD. But I realized that they weren't even reading and doing their most potential. So I had to make some upgrades with cords and move things around. And now I'm running much, much faster. Should have been doing it this whole time. But, I bought stuff, implemented it, didn't take the time to get drivers, certain little things on certain little hard drives. But you guys, that's none of your issues. Bottom line is Woodman as well. I've been probably last 3 days, probably only gotten 6-7 hours of sleep. I mean, literally very little. Just because I was working things out, sorting things out. And you need to do that sometimes. That's all it is. So anyway, welcome back, Woodman. How are you doing? How's your, what have you been, since we've been gone just for a few days, it's not like we, been gone forever. And we're going to talk to some of you Patriots here. We'll do some reading of the chats. We're going to get back to phone calls. I'm not quite there yet. But what's going on in the Democratic circus? Why don't you, what have you seen? Who's left? What's going on? And then I'm going to lay out what I think's going to happen.
It's going to be the communist against Slow Joe. They're all they don't make me laugh so hard. They dropped out, and right away, immediately, I'm backing Joe. And well, now, they've been trying to get rid of Bernie for a long time. This is a circus. You named it right there, Mike. Circus. Trump's having a blast watching. Think about it.
Oh yeah.
He's going to himself like, "You guys go ahead, you morons." You know what I mean? Because they're, and then Pelosi, she's doing stupid things. Schumer, like, wow, you don't yell that kind of stuff about these judges. Come on now. And then
No, I
he
agree.
didn't really apologize. Really, he just kind of like beat around the bush, saying it was like, well, it's for this and that. You needed to know what was going on. Either I don't care what you were covering. You don't you don't do that. You don't attack a judge like that. Big crowd out there. Who knows what they would do. Heck, they could attack the guy. Well, both of them. Because he mentioned them both. Called them right out by name in a very loud, boisterous voice. And he was angry.
Well,
Gee whiz.
I think it's. I mean, I get it. It's getting time. We're entering spring, but you gotta think of this, folks. I mean, okay, so normally by June or July of every year, the Republican Party's gonna, not every year, but every election year for presidents here, they're gonna nominate their person from each party around June or July. That gives that person time to announce their vice president that they've chosen, and then the whole kind of duel off campaign thing starts up until until November, the voting. So I find it odd that we've had all this stuff with Hunter. Where's Hunter? Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and we know that that's peaking. We got. I hope you guys. I brought you on in the beginning with Giuliani. I played 4 to 5 of his awesome live streams, so we would want to. I would hope you guys are. Hey, quit playing them. See how I do that? I link you in, and then I can back out. That's his channel. I mean, I'll play him. I can grab him and show him if that's the only way you're going to watch it, because I know that he would want the message out. I almost guarantee that he would want the message out. So, but the point of that is when we go over articles and stuff as well, you can always go to these places on your own. You don't need me to do it, or Woodman. We'll always be here to guide you and help as well, and do it together. It's fun. But I'm just saying, if you're bored and we're not around, I'm gone for 2 days. Instead of just keep looking for YouTube for a video, maybe just do a little research, and then I jump back in, and today's show can be reversed. You guys can be telling me everything that I don't know, because my head's been inside of a computer box, a server.
Yeah.
So I would say that here's what I think. Here's my prediction, and I've already said my prediction, possibly with the Hillary entering the stage, and this would be the perfect platform. So we know Biden's under investigation. Things are heating up. They're actually getting ready to, if they haven't already, pulled witnesses. They want to talk to people involved in the Ukraine mess. It's not gonna be good, folks. It's not gonna be ideal for a candidate to have all this heat. So we're gonna see it. I almost, like you said, it's gonna be down to the Bernie. We got the socialist, communist, Democrat, or you got ruthless, sleepy lunchbox quid pro Joe. That's your options. So it's going to be down to Biden, like Woodman said, but then it's the charges are going to come, something huge. We can't ignore this. I mean, hell, we wanted to get Trump for less than what we already know on Biden. So that's going to force Biden to be gone after everyone else drops out. Kind of, perfect timing. So now, why wouldn't the last front runner come in that came in second to this guy? They'll use the excuse, no, he already didn't win the people's vote, so we can't go a second best. Sanders is already out. Biden's a front runner. Biden's getting arrested or indicted or whatever. So now it'll be, boom, enter Hillary. The new, you guys didn't think of this. Maybe. I mean, if not, it's going to be down to Biden and Slanders. And I don't, in the next month or so, they'll figure out of who. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's Sanders? Do you think it's, Colonel Slanders, or nobody does, KFC like the DNC?
It's
MSG,
actually irrelevant.
MSG, you
It's
know,
it's actually irrelevant because they're not going to win anyway. You know,
Marxist socialist government. Um, yeah,
let me give you that for free. Everybody come
yeah,
in our country
free.
illegally. We'll just give you everything free. You know, you want the whole world, we'll give it to you right now. You know, give
Yes.
me a break. Like,
So, all of you
okay.
out there, we got about 400 in the room. Real quick, I want to take a minute to bring up some things here, folks, while I got your attention. And if one of the mods, I don't know what mods are here. I see Grillin, I see Face. Okay, I got. I know you guys got the access. We need to get JT Wild. His link down right now, getting it kind of linked in here, and I think I got it down below as well. It's down below in the description already under this video. We need to get him. He's coming to the Patriot Fest, and tickets are actually pretty decent. Now we're talking about 4 to 5 days ago, and I was like, I'm going to get on it, and I've only mentioned it once, and we got a few lovely Patriots. So even if you're not coming to the Patriot Fest in August of 2020, we're going to be live streaming it. So you're going to be, he's going to be playing for 2 hours. So you guys are going to be able to sit at home and see that. He's going to be playing the Where We Go One, We Go All. I mean, all of his great. He's got a new CD that's going to be dropping before then. So we got some great stuff, folks. I actually got a little demo he sent me. Again, I'm going to get all that prepped and prepared now that I mean, the minute me and him talked, I went through kind of a rough weekend of doing what I had to do, and then this all hit. So I again appreciate it. Patriot Fest 2020, folks. It's going to be great. We're really starting to dial it in. We're getting the internet that we need for the outside. I'm going to be doing that in the next couple of days. Maybe we'll do a live show that day with you guys down at the Legion, doing that a little bit, or at least some highlights. Jump in every now and then, or just record it all. So I just want to take a minute for that. Woodman, what else did we, I guess, have we determined for, we're working on food, numbers. Again, folks, I can't, Patriots Fest 2020, Patriots with an S, Fest, Fest, 2020, just, 2020, at Gmail. So it's not spelled out 2020. It's the actual 2020. So again, I think the mods have all that.
Well, our day is Friday, everybody. Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
And Saturday is going to be like a combination of whatever we do with anybody. But, Saturday is going to be like the riders out there,
This is family friendly. I want to re-say it a million times. By the way, Roseanne, you're invited if you wanted to come as well. So this is in August 14th. Again, am I right on the date? August 14th and 15th?
Yep.
No. Yeah, 14th,
Yep.
15th.
14th or 15th. Yep.
Friday
Yep.
night we're doing a live show from the pavilion. Again, this is out in a countryistic setting in Bristol, Indiana. It's going on. This is like the 10th annual flag retirement. If you've never been to a flag retirement, folks, I highly suggest that I've definitely shed a tear every year, but sometimes more than others, but it's a very respectful event. It's the protocol to properly dispose of flags after they're worn and did their time. So it's a proper way, a 21 gun salute. Boy Scouts are involved every year, and then there's a huge event. After that, there's a ride with the motorcycle, the American Legion Riders, that goes 50 to 60 miles. It takes a couple hours, and then they get back around 3 in the afternoon, after leaving at noon or whatever. And then the event, the food starts, and then they got a band on Saturday. So we're having one Friday night. They're having one Saturday night. Our event's going to be a live stream from 6 to 7 of a show, talking to you, the Patriots, the people that show up, doing a show with you, just talking about the event, whatever we can do for an hour. Go in, show a drawing. We have this drawing every Friday, and then come back out. JT's going to kick off, and we'll probably shut down the broadcast, come right back up with a new title, and do the 2-hour live stream of that, or what we can of the 2 hours, and then we're gonna have a 2-day live stream the whole time. That's just a kind of corner camera beaming down. Might be no sound, just for you guys to tap in, and then every so often we'll come in to do broadcast. So again, it's gonna be a great time. You guys will like that. I want you guys, my mods, and everybody in this room, if you have Twitter, to maybe get this over to Roseanne. Let's tag this video on her Twitter. Let's get her attention. We evidently she kind of watches the show, and not to bug her to come to the Patriot Fest, but I'd like to have her on as one of my first official guests of her, status. And no agenda, Roseanne, just to talk about whatever you want. Of course, hey, I grew up watching lots of, Roseanne was one of my preferred shows. I liked the, as a kid, it was hilarious for me. So
that sure was. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, just from what I've seen and read and investigated on I don't like what's happened to you and tons of others on the conservative side or the views. I don't think you're racist. The things that were said, I think was horrible. But again, God bless, and we appreciate it. Patriots. That's all we. That's our agenda. Promote freedom, keep our liberties, and yes, we go over things and expose. I'm Michael. This is Woodman. We're veterans. Well, we also have like a couple other guys that get in. Scott and Ben. They kind of been busy lately. Everyone's got things going on, folks. But the Patriot Fest is set in stone. That is a fact. I told Woodman I didn't have much in my. Again, this is an unscripted show. Nothing's prepared. Everything's on the fly. Woodman, we would have been on 20 minutes earlier, but I was having a couple of issues bringing this whole new system up, and couldn't quite find things. But I made this all on the fly. I had to grab some music, and I was like, let's just do it, man. We need to talk about the Patriot Fest, and you guys are the best. Those of you that can't make it, you're going to be able to join us still, because we're going to provide that to you for 2 days straight. That Friday night, all day Friday night through probably. I'm yet to determine if it's going to run through the midnight hours, just sitting there blank, staring in the dark. So maybe we'll give things a break. We'll see. I mean, I definitely have the capabilities to just stream. Who cares? We can leave it up. But do the cameras work? Do I have the best equipment for all that? Not really. This is, it's all really low grade consumer level stuff I have here. I don't have, other than, something I had coming into this was the whole server thing with hot swappable bays and hard drives. And I mean, it can take, if I set it up right, which I'm still thinking about taking this down. I told Woodman, but now that I have a stable version on one of my SSDs put in, I can pop that out, do all kinds of things with this computer. And then even if it, I can, really quickly pop that back in and fire right up and do a show. So you guys have nothing to worry. And what I'm saying by that is, like, literally on the shelf over there, I have another hard drive with the copy in case anything happens to this one. It just pops in all the drivers, everything. So that's what I do for you guys. All right. And not only do I have that copy, I have another copy of that image I maybe have 4, maybe I have 5. It's called triple redundancy or quadruple redundancy, and that's something you learn in the service, right, Woodman? You know, I mean, put it this way: any nuclear base that needs, I'm not promoting nuclear war or anything. I'm just saying the redundancy of that. All right, you can never have an excuse like, oh, the computers went down because we lost power. Well, that particular base will be on state power, then they'll be on gas-powered backup generators. And then they'll be on battery. They'll be on battery backup. All right. So right there's 3 sources. If power cuts out, computers stay on long enough on battery backup, then you get generators going, and then you go to the generators. And if you need be, you can go back to the batteries backup. Make sure
no failing.
Yeah.
No failing.
Yeah. It's triple redundancy. So thank you, Face, and everyone, all the mods. I see Randy. Good morning, Randy. Woodman, you don't have a way to look at text no more, do you? We gotta get that figured out for you.
Well, I can turn my phone on, look at my phone, but until we get things worked out correctly, I'm not going to overdo anything. Right now, it seems fine. We'll leave it at that till you get time to come over here. You get done with your major conglomerate, you come over here and play with my little tinker toy, Well, that's what it is,
No, your brother, you're great. we'll see. How is your feed today? Is it working all right? You're getting glitchy a little, or I don't see any issues.
Uh, Sounds looks great to me. I mean,
Okay. No, it is. It's. I think
yeah.
it's tuned in. I think we got it all dialed in. No, we're gonna upgrade Woodman as well. I told him we want to get him a little bit more separated. We want to get him like maybe
Well,
you know.
look, I trimmed a whole bunch of my beard off just to be clean, so I can try and talk Mike into giving me this equipment where I'm going to be worthy to have it. I mean, I'm near a normal human being now.
No, we can even get you the boom stand, get you the mic, maybe coming in above where we don't see it and it's just up in the air, or maybe just the peak of it's coming in, or if we want it from underneath, whatever we can do, and get you the headsets, and then you can get rid of the all-in-one. That's exactly what we all started out with. I actually had that in my possession, and then just with 2 months of practicing, like trying to get echo out and stuff, I realized that those weren't going to be good for me. So they're somewhere here around the house. I just had to get another set.
Tinker toy equipment for Woodman.
Tinker toy.
But hey, look, it's,
You deserve better,
it's working.
Patriot. You just deserve so much better.
Well, I couldn't even turn one of these things on and off when Mike conned me into doing it. Hey, man, you're never on the show because you can't come over when I'm doing it. You need to get set up over there, and so you can be on the show all the time. And nightmare for about 4 or 5 months. People trying to learn how to do this, and I would do dumb things and call Mike, and God bless his heart, he had patience, But I'd messed everything up, and I had to call my uncle one time, and he walked me through it because Mike was busy doing something. Yeah, I'm learning baby steps, Yeah, I hope it's okay for everybody out there. I mean, um, uh, it looks okay to me, but then that's from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it looks good to.
If Mike wasn't such a tightwad, he'd come over and put about $20,000 in my garage or my breezeway here, and we'd have a real nice studio. Make it 40 grand. Go out and borrow some money. What the heck,
Oh, we're getting ready to start construction on the studio.
Oh, I can't wait.
Probably, yeah, it's going to be great. Really, it's going to.
I can't wait,
It's going to
man.
accommodate. And this is where we're talking about serious. I mean, even though it's been ramped up. Me and Woodman have done like almost at least a little quick live show every day of a week before. Again, we don't have schedule for that, but we want to. We do. I do want to have one really truly scheduled thing, and that would be like once a week. It doesn't have to be a set day, but at least once a week is to get Scott and Woodman and Ben and whoever, at least the four of us in studio. That's my plan. At least one day a week, do about 2 hour show, and then I'd be able to chop that up a little bit and get like some 10-minute clips out of it that are awesome. We all hit on something good, and it was just a really great outtake, and then get that kind of really quickly put out as well to some of the other social sites, if we're going over something that people need to be informed on or whatnot. So I don't know.
Well, your plan is tremendous. What you were trying to lay out before, that I know of, it's going to be an awesome studio. Uh, it'll be a whole lot different than what you got now, but it'll function right. It'll be Mike's little dream room. It
Yeah,
ought to work
no,
out nice, Mike. Yeah,
I agree.
sounds great. Yeah,
So we
yeah.
got a lot, folks, and again, nothing's going to get in the way of the show or anything, but yeah, we'll be a little busy, maybe be a little less frequent, but we'll still get the information out, maybe go a little longer, or but yeah, from now until August, there's a little bit more tidbits of planning. We got things we want to make sure everything's really great. Again, it's a free event, folks. This is us a chance to hang out, meet face to face, for the
I
first
can't wait.
time, hang out.
Yeah.
We figured JT's coming, even with just myself, family, Woodman family. Ben, family, local people, our buddy John, people he knows, and the emails that I've already received just for, I mean, and the Legion already always has hundreds of people. Last year was maybe a little one of the worst years because of other events going on. It really seemed like some of the huge events that we have at the end of summer in this area all came down on one weekend. So people that were normally part of ours opted to be in part of other things. And like one of them being the bait ride, which is huge. That funds things for their classes every year. So everyone likes to hit that one up to make sure it happens again the next year. So I couldn't blame people for not, wanting to be part of the ride. That's safety. That's teaching young bikers the rule ways and to get your permits and stuff. I mean, you need that. So it's a great course. But other than that, yeah, I think it's going to be, we plan on seeing a few more live tests from now till August, by the way. We're probably going to do the Memorial Day coming up. And then maybe something in June talking to Commander or Vice President Lee or President Lee there of the ALR. I think he said something about June. That might be a little test something as well. But definitely those of you last year know we did the Memorial Day down at the, we streamed it. So we had Ben down there. He tapped in. It wasn't the greatest of signals, but it worked. And there was altercation, I think, on the bridge. If I remember correctly, me and you were on the show like this. And we're like, oh my God, what was that? And So great times, folks. Great times. I see Jarhead Stockton in the room. Danielle Bird. We got some of our mods. Good morning, or close to afternoon. It's 11:30. We're at about the 30-minute mark. Let's take a look at a few headliners here. I did want to bring you guys.
Patriot Fest, we're going to have fill-in music also. Campfire music. Because Ben and his people are going to be playing. To fill in.
Yeah. If JT's
Friday.
Up for it too, after the event.
Our day's Friday.
Yes.
Our day's Friday, man.
If you can't make it until Saturday because of scheduling, we get it. We really hope, because we're going to be opening up that Friday. This is something you got to plan for, folks. But Friday, like at noon. It doesn't really matter on Friday when you show up. Honestly, I'll say it now. If it works, I'm going to be there at 8 a.m. setting up a tent, whatever. But if it's I'd say around noonish, start really maybe planning. Nothing's going down till about 6 o'clock. 5:30. I mean, I think if people showed up early, like last year, we were out there playing bocce ball, cornhole, bags or whatever. Yeah. So you got all that, and we can all play games and hang out. There's water, drinks, beer. We're going to try to have all that provided. A dinner, at some point, I would imagine will be there.
Don't they have a water slide for the kids?
Yeah, it's on
I think
Saturday,
they had one
I
last
believe.
year.
I think they come early in the morning and set it up, so that'll be there. There'll be a water slide. We'll make sure. If not, there'll be one. Some years there's the dunk tank. If maybe people would want to get in the dunk tank if it seems to be getting big enough. That's always fun.
Let's get one, and we'll call it Let's Dunk Mike. There you go, people, right there, man. That would be awesome.
Dunk the Patriot. All right, we get that dunk tank.
Yeah, man.
And then even some of you mods. We got some things in the works, folks. You guys just don't know. We actually got, Woodman's been working over there secretly. He doesn't want to say nothing, so maybe I don't want to ruin the, surprise of it all. So we won't. Let's just keep it a secret. But, Woodman's working on things in conjunction with me. And, but, he's doing things on his own and he's doing well. And so there's just some neat little prizes and stuff. All right, folks. So let's just focus on Patriot Fest. Get JT here. We need to get that done. And then I think here in the next couple, maybe week or two at the tops, maybe, shirts or something, right? I mean, we'll be unveiling the festival shirt. So that'll be open to everybody.
Festival shirts, all we need to have is probably a total of like a week's notice. So these things are made individually, and they're I can't explain the process. Mike watched it. He knows, he understands. They're really, 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 really nice. I'm not talking about the design. I'm talking about the shirt itself. And then, as a bonus, you have what we've been working on. And I'm not going to say much more about it. I'll just say this much. It's going to be really nice. Now, we're going to have our shirts that we're going to possibly sell during the year until the event. We'll have those available. But some of the special ones you're not going to see until the event. If I've got my cookies right. So anyway, yeah, man. We're just going to try and make it really amazing for you people. But we really have to know. Don't forget to email Mike and let him know. Numbers really, really make a big difference when you're talking about that amount of people.
We're going to try. Yeah. Okay, you're talking about email. I thought, So for the shirts, we're going to definitely try to get that done up where you guys can order them, website type. I'm not sure at what angle on that yet. We still got to figure all that out. I do got the domains, so we could possibly get that going. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to get a Patriot Hour Festival shirt. Email on if you're coming for sure. That's Patriots Fest. Patriot wasn't available, so Patriots Fest 2020 at Gmail if you plan on coming. And then we've already sent out one flyer, and I don't know if I can get that confirmed. I know I pretty much sent out a mass text to people. It was just a generic header that we made really quickly, but it actually had addresses and phone numbers and the address of the Legion. And now that's got to be changed a little bit. We got Friday night JT Wild coming. So the Legion also, if you're not from outside of the Legion pavilion area, you can walk 100 feet and get inside, and there's going to be like either karaoke they got, or they might have a band that night. I'm not sure. They always have something.
All right.
So the options there for both. Saturday again, another band sets up at 3 or 4. They play till 7 or 8, 9. So we're doing the live show 6 to 7 ish.
Well, the drawing
till after
Friday
7.
Open. It's open to the public, so our people can go in there and be involved in it too. It's for
$1 a ticket.
It's a large,
right now
it's
it's
a large
$10,000.
money. Well, a little over, but
11. It probably maybe 11 right now. But no, Woodman won this 11, a year ago, actually. Well, not a year in August. This August would be 1 year. We had Fluid Pour in town, Fluid Pour Art, and just so happened we're like, let's go. We went down to the Legion. We were hanging out, and Woodman had tickets for $1 a piece. He had bought some earlier that week, and he was there to hear, and they called his number. And then after they called his number, you still have to pick on this treasure hunt board of, I think there's 52 tabs. On this run, they could literally run all year. And if nobody wins, you always win. If you get called, you're a winner because you're going to get something, but it could be as little as $25. And maybe you only spent $5 on tickets for the week, and now you won $20. But Woodman got lucky and hit the right square on it. It was actual treasure chest. There's only one of them on the whole board, and that gives you the jackpot. And it was a couple grand. But yeah,
no, only 1,500 or something like that. But it was early in the game. It didn't have a chance to build up the money. But like right now, like we were saying, the longer it goes on, the money just piles right up, man.
There's a few Legions in our area that had gotten up to $100,000 jackpot. I was traveling up there years ago when to go, and it was just these Legions were getting crazy. They were open to the public, so they were just standing room only, barely getting in there. You weren't getting a drink. It was really people were just there for that drawing. And that's kind of the case here in our area, even being a small town of where we're at here on this side of South Bend and Elkhart is, it's a moderate Legion, really nice. They got, but it's really packed lately because it's even up to 10, 11 grand. So you can imagine. So you guys will be able to play around in that as well, open to the public. We figured at 7 o'clock or 6:50, we'll head in with the cameras and record the whole thing for everyone at home to watch as well. And, a few more, we got lots of Fridays until the event. So maybe, again, I'll be down there on a Friday and do the live stream, maybe show a little more of it. I know I just got right in at the end. Woodman was on. I saw you guys were really interested. All I put was drawing. And you guys were like, wow, I wish I was there playing. Well, it's like you can be on that Friday coming up in August. Or you can, come any Friday if you're in the area.
Yeah. Now, if you do happen to win, it has to go through a system. So you get your check.
Yeah,
We,
it's
if you're not here on Monday, we will gladly mail it to you.
your
Uh,
checks in the mail. No,
well, I
you
mean,
can.
yeah, but it's
No,
got to go through a
if you
system.
have to leave, I already talked to Woodman. I was like, man, what if one of our, this is really random, but out of the people coming in that are actually coming to the event to be part of the Patriot Hour with the Patriot family are lucky enough to win, and I hope one of you do. If some people don't gamble, and hey, this is dollar little tickets, but it is gambling. But it's the cause behind it, by the way, folks, is well, actually, this game it's set up to where the money just goes back to somebody. It's like everyone buys, tries to win, but the money ends up going. But there is a 10%, so whatever number's up on the board, I can't remember if it's minus the 10% already, so we don't show that. I think I set it up that way.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
people don't even know it. And what happens is the number you see is what you win, but there's literally that's a lot more. So like this 10 grand right now is probably 11 or 12 because there's got to be something to start the next kitty of the very next game. So there's always a
Right.
pot that 10% goes to start the very next game. It doesn't go anywhere else. It just starts the kitty. That way it's
Yep.
something. So once like right now,
Yep.
it's already going to start over at 2-3 grand, right away. So that's always a positive thing. It feeds itself. Anyway, enough about that. This is all the show was. I know it wasn't the best of information. I don't even know if we still got actually that number in the room listening to us just ramble on about a whole lot of... Oh, we do.
Well,
People are interested.
we have
That's
to
good.
talk
That's good.
about it. Yeah. Well, until the flyer comes out, anyway. And remember, what we will have updates. Keep that in mind, also.
Yeah, we got to
We will
do this.
We will update. Yeah.
And this, could have been being pushed heavily for a year, and it's not going to be every show, folks. This is just right now. This is what's on my mind. Because the last staggering thing I could really remember, other than I keep up with what's going on, and we're going to do that here in about 30 seconds. So we're going to look at a few things, but we really are. But other than that, I talked to JT last Friday, so here it's been 7 days, and actually me and Ben called him on a three-way. We had a really good conversation, worked everything out, and I said, brother, and I did not get to even do anything till Sunday after 2 days of talking to him, and then Sunday, or no, it was Monday morning. Maybe it was Sunday night. I got a video out Sunday night, and then again, boom, hadn't really done much all week of this week because of the issue. So I'm talking a lot now, and I'm hoping that I'm going to make a donation to JT as well, and maybe the next live stream or whatever, we'll do that together. So, and see where it's at by then. Okay, folks, let's jump in here real quick to DuckDuckGo. This is the new, I don't know if you guys see the upgrades to the machine here. I got this nice little, I just took my time and really put my, artistic touch on everything, really. I'm just messing around. So let's go to DC Dirty Laundry.
Oh boy.
Because we like to airing out, America's dirty laundry. Why not? So, California Commie Counterforce, full effect. This guy here talking to this homeless man, it looks like, with his dog. I don't mean to make it, I'm not making, he is homeless, okay. I know they got an issue out there. With illegal immigrants having the ability to vote somehow, and California dirty politicians doing everything in their power to keep power, I was wondering if illegals don't need an ID to vote, then neither should ruthless people. Not ruthless, but roofless.
Correct.
Magonaut, duty called Magonaut. In between San Francisco and Sacramento lies a beautiful... Ooh, I have to slow that down. I don't have my roller right set. I didn't quite set my roller. I noticed just now. I haven't used the roller until this exact purpose. So, little town called Fairfield. So that sits in between San Francisco and Sacramento. Like DC, Fairfield seems to have several old evil folks still around and many white hats battling them within. This town has those cults you see on YouTube, gang stalkers, public works traffickers like Frisco's, and yes, the first base we quarantined for the coronavirus. You've been hearing about that a little bit too, Woodman, still, the corona?
Yeah, they're making a real big deal out of it. If it goes rampant, it's going to be a problem, but from what I understand, when the warm weather gets here, it's all over. So.
Oh, yeah. And they're already talking about, well, it's just going to lie dormant and come back next year. Yeah, just like the flu. And I just found a can of Lysol in a box from probably 3 years ago. Like, it was probably from my house when I moved into this, bought this one and moved in from 3 years ago at this point. And it was a half a thing, a Lysol, the blue bottle. I was like, oh. And I looked because I had saw that meme about a month ago of showing the coronavirus is already on there. So I wanted to make sure that wasn't some lie, and that's how, looking at a bottle that I know has been in this house here for 2, 3, 4 years now, and boom, it's on there. So that is it's been around, and everyone's like, oh, most people think it just was something new. It's a black plague, came out of nowhere. Never heard of this. No, it's been around.
Well, I've heard it was man-made also. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, no, well, that's there's patents on it. Yeah, so that will we finally see fruit from the indictments on the deep state? Q is dropping some serious hints. Is the deep state reckoning finally coming? Nice to see a little mainstreamer. That's back from February, though. I remember reading that. So Q is dropping some serious hints. So I took this to the local, this question to the local polling place and asked them just that. Absolutely no one had a clue. Between the good intent brainstorming, they arrived at the solution and loophole of a person does not have the right to give their new address, or someone without a home can use an old one for verification. I thanked them, but took to the county registrar of voters. I have yet to receive an answer. I also asked, why don't we just use social security numbers for voting, because only one person and citizenship already established. No one answered that yet either. Hopefully that's not a straw man related. All right, so we get it what they're trying to do out there in old California.
Yeah. It's like cancer spreading.
Our one mod, Stockton, he was the one out there, old yellow vest, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He was just in the room a little bit ago. I saw him. I didn't get a chance to, I guess I could have said something. Chicks on the right. But hello, Chris Stockton, if you're still here or watching later. All right, chicks on the right, because conservatism needs a makeover. That's funny. So, Daisy, co-founder, they do pretty good articles over here. Bill Clinton drops a bombshell in new interview. Sex with Monica helped manage anxiety. I never had sex with that lady. And then it all turned into no sex. Yeah. The Clintons are horrible, disgusting, how low lives who never should be able to hold office. Their entire family has been accused of stealing money, hiding money, nepotism. They are linked to Epstein, Pedo Island, and his private jet, Loletta Express, lying under oath and using the government as their own investigative team. In Hillary's new documentary, Bill Clinton opens up about his time in the White House and his time with Monica Lewinsky. Bill Clinton claims that he used his oral sex with Monica Lewinsky to help with the anxiety that he faced in the White House. His oral sex. When asking Bill Clinton about his risk of cheating on the wife, Bill said, you feel like you're staggering around. You've been in a round 15 round prize fight that was extended to 30 rounds. And here's something that will take your mind off it for a while. That's what happens, because they're, whatever life, not just me. He continued, everybody's life has pressures and disappointments, terrors, fears of whatever. Things I did manage my anxieties for years. I'm different, totally different person than I was than a lot of that stuff 20 years ago. Looks like he's setting the groundwork for his horrible. So I feel terrible about that. Monica Lewinsky's life was defined by that. Unfairly think over the years I watched her trying to get normal life back again, but you've got to decide how to define normal. Bill mumbles. How creepy is that he's been checking up on how she's doing? I was just, curious.
I need the reliever, man. The reliever.
She was my pinch hitter. The Clintons have ruined many lives, folks. Many, many lives. He chooses not to help the woman he destroyed. Now he wants to feel sympathy for his plight. Can the world please quit inviting these people to the party? It is insanity that anyone even wants to be connected to these scumbags. But this is the world we live in, after all. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'll say it, folks. I'll say it again. Woodman said it. We're probably going to have Biden as a front runner. Then Biden's going to go down for the Ukraine scandal, because that is all legit and all real, and there's no escaping it. I mean, there's no escaping it. So it's like they're all dropping out to give Biden the front run, so then he can get in trouble and have to go down. And then it's what do we do now? It's almost like an orchestrated event getting ready to happen.
If Hillary would have won, none of this would have transpired at all, and since it didn't happen that way, everybody involved trying to cover up, and it just didn't work.
I agree, Woodman. I agree. It is not that deflect, reflect, project. That's what they've been doing. They've been projecting all of their crimes on everybody else. Russia, and that led to nothing. That led to nowhere. Don't ever forget, folks, that's much of what we have dealt with, is all of their own crimes said out loud, so it would echo through the world, and that's all it takes sometimes. I mean, even at the end of all this, when Trump is 100% vindicated, all the facts come out, all the D class is there for everyone to read, people will refuse to read it, they won't believe it, and they've already, 20 years can go by, people that are going to remember, like, this, wasn't there, when I think of Trump, I just remember Russia. Wasn't there just something with Russia, Woodman? Wasn't there just something with Russia?
Russia, Ukraine, the whole ball of wax, China. I don't know, man. Hey, look, Hillary's the one that sold all that uranium to Putin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, they're all running scared. I know I don't want to go to. Well, they're all going down eventually, one way or another. I can't say all, but
a good fraction.
We have to wait for. Yeah, we have to wait for Bulldog. Got to wait for Bulldog, and then when he gets done with his investigation, we'll find out kind of, sort of, what's going to happen. It's going to be.
There's not going to be any paperwork from Durham to Barr, and then Barr to going to come out on TV and be like, well, folks, this is what we found, and read off stuff and crimes that people have committed. I think his thing that he turns in could be to the appropriate people, and then the next thing should be action taken. So we should be alerted by action, not somebody, maybe at the same time it's happening. Like we just, we should actually get breaking news of certain people possibly getting taken down here and there, and then him coming on shortly after and talking like, and all these people are already in custody at this point, because, that's how it works. You got charges, you're going to get people, then they're going to post bail, or however all that works. And certain charges shouldn't be bail worthy. Some people should just end up vanishing before our very eyes. Oh, where'd they go? Well, maybe that's they had a special place they had to go. Certain people that looked at the crimes divvy that to be government should charge them. Gitmo. So we plan on going there. If Woodman, if we can, we're gonna. Access is given. That's just how it works. But it just depends if we can do that, pull something like that off. We got a lot going on from now till August, and again, this is an election year. So don't forget to vote. Right. Don't forget to vote. That's the biggest
November 3rd.
Yep.
Yeah, November 3rd, man. Do not forget it. It's very important.
No matter what you hear.
Be a communist. You want to be a communist? Then don't vote. If you want to be a communist, don't vote.
Trump already won, man. I don't need to go down. They're saying it on the TV.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. Hey, vote. You need to vote. I don't want to be a communist. I didn't serve my country to do something like that. Are you kidding me? You got to be vote. Everybody vote, man. Vote. November 3rd. Big day. You have to. If not, we're going to be communism. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't. Man.
Like Bernie, Bernie's like, we don't want the communism that Venezuela had. We're looking for the version that the Swedish do, and they're even trying to get out of it. The Swedes don't want to. They got a lot of programs. Are almost there. But they're not 100%, but they got a lot of it, and it's worked out. But yet again, look at their immigration. They don't allow. They're like an all-one, tight-knit unit, so they're able to kind of work through their social issues a little better than most. But the bigger thing is Bernie saying that to his supporters and chanting that. They're all like, yeah, that's right, man. Because every time somebody's like, yeah, man, it sounds great. And it's like, well, communism never comes in the form of that name, folks. It doesn't knock on your front door and say, we're communism, hi, we're here. They'll come in the guise of democratic social. I mean, they're saying it now, democratic socialism. No, it's socialism or communism, and you just happen to be a Democrat, or you call yourself that, so you should put that in the right order. But again, do you think Venezuela set out to have a Venezuela communism? Nobody sets out to have that, Bernie. So for him to yell that didn't really make sense.
It's great to stand on the food line. Remember,
bread line Bernie.
Oh yeah, man.
Bread
boy,
line.
Yeah. Hey, look, and also, there's nothing wrong with what Cuba done. He's like going, they done that certain thing about getting people educated. Whoopee woo. What'd they give them? Nothing. They have this one channel. I don't know if I told Mike about it or not. He's in Florida, called Paint the Trump. And a Cuban young man came up and explained about how Cuba was. I think it was his grandparents that first moved over or whatever, then his dad, and of course the whole family. But to get away from Cuba, he said it's terrible. You don't have water, you don't have gas, you don't have food. If you're lucky, you get to stand in line for a real long time, to get all that stuff. They're eating rats. It was very informative, but it's a shame. It's really terrible. Now, Bernie, hey, ain't nothing wrong with Cuba, Well, if it ain't so bad, you move to Cuba and do your thing over there, or go hang out with Putin. You're really into that stuff. If that's what you want, go over there and live that way. We don't want to live that way.
You took your honeymoon over there, Bernie.
You did, yeah.
Why not, do more?
If you like it that much, go move, man. We like our freedom, and we're going to keep it. My opinion, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight for my freedom. I like it. The only country in the world, and I'm going to keep it that way. That's why they want to control.
Thank you,
One world
Vernon
order, man.
Peterson. Thank you, Vernon Peterson. And again, if you guys wanted to, if you're doing the JT thing, he's got his PayPal. I got it down below. The mods have been retweeting it. If you feel more comfortable doing my PayPal, that's fine. Just maybe mention in there for JT, and then I'll do that dump when I do mine. Whether it's whatever, a couple bucks or whatnot you can do, we appreciate it. If we could ever, just $1 here and there, it would be great. We appreciate it. Okay, Woodman, we just hit the hour mark. I think we're gonna.
Oh wow!
This went really fast. I do have things to get into today. I gotta actually leave my house, so I gotta get out of here. I know you got some stuff going on. Look for some shows, folks. Yeah. I am kind of busy this weekend with my kids. My kids that don't live with me from a previous marriage. I was married for a long time. And it's their weekend. So I got to go get them. Not right this second, but that comes up a little bit later. So what my point was is I'm kind of busy on these weekends, but this is when I do still put out a few shows, not like the other weekends. But look back, I think we're going to go live Sunday night for sure. I'd love to go live Sunday night. And then, of course, back to like Monday morning. So look for Sunday night and Monday morning for the next live shows. Up until then, look for several videos. I'll probably get out a few here and there, later on today, throughout the evening, tomorrow, just because I've been down for 3 or 4 days on the machine. So anxious to get back in it. What do you got, Woodman? You want to say anything, a little prayer for the all the Patriots out there?
I will say a prayer here in a minute, but I let me stress the thing about family. Let's get our family back together again.
That's what I got to be more mindful of.
That'll turn society around a little bit better over, I'll use the term clean living, as opposed to what we're doing now. We don't have any time for anything. We're jumping around, running around. Make time. Go to church.
That's what my point was.
Read the Bible. Yeah.
Read the Bible.
Pray.
Go to church. Pray with your family. Spend that time.
Full armor of
That's
God.
what I got to be mindful of at times, folks. I love my kids. I love my wife. And you don't get that time back, especially with the kids. They're only little once. And so don't miss that opportunity to throw the ball. You don't get that time back. To read the book, you don't get that time back. I know some of our Patriots are young moms. Some of them are grandmas, but same thing with the grandkids, So keep that in mind and invite them if it works out. If you guys are in the area and you can get down to the Patriot Fest, we really hope you do. Just to meet, shake your hand, give you a hug, whatever. Enjoy some laughs together. The bonfire after the JT's done at 9:30. We plan to have everything shut down in the pavilion. I mean, lights can stay on, but around by 10, not putting out a huge amount of sound with amplifier. But at 10:30, 10 o'clock p.m., we can be having, bonfire, maybe a little round 2. You'll see a live feed from the around the campfire with Ben and John. JT cuts in.
Wood music.
Grillin's bringing his stuff, his guitar or something that he picks on or whatnot. So
little wooden music by the campfire.
All right, Patriots, we appreciate you guys being here, all 500. I think we had a steady 550 or so in the room, close to 500. I don't know. I lost my one last thing I got to set up here is the old Stream Deck to get that back in action. I did save the file. I just got to watch a little video on how to implement it back in so I get all my little buttons back, because I spent an hour on that programming it. So originally. So everything takes time. We appreciate it, folks. Bye for now. God bless. Godspeed each and every one of you, and have a great Friday TGIF. It's into your evening, and we'll see you back on the next Patriot Hour show. Woodman, brother.
Airborne, everybody. God bless you all. God bless you all.
All right, Patriots, everyone out there, enjoy the rest of your Friday, and we'll see you back here real soon. Keep on pressing on a few things here. It's only getting better, folks. The best is yet to come.
Yep.
All right, that was Woodman as usual. Great time with you, Patriots. I truly appreciate you joining us. We know you're busy, and we try to bring you updates, tidbits, 10 minutes, 5 minute, 13, 15, 17-minute videos. But these hour-longs are always the best, just going live with you and having Woodman in. Same with Ben. He's doing his machines here in the next few days. He's trying to get back in it. Other than that, he's still doing a lot behind the scenes. We're all pressing forward with the Patriot Fest. And thank you guys for being part of the show today. We'll see you back here on the... Again, don't forget, get this over to Roseanne. Kind of maybe hit her... I don't know if she's got a Twitter. Maybe she's banned over there. It happens. But maybe here even on the YouTube. All right, you guys, we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour Update.